Good Saturday morning. Chris Allen here on this June the 8th with your Sam Channel weather, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. The weekend is here. You've got today and tomorrow left for the Duncan Hines days, and then you've got today and tomorrow left for the 400-mile yard sale. Yeah, I'm gonna venture out here in a little bit and get out there on 68 and see what bargains I can find. That's why I have on my safari clothes here. I'm on the hunt. I need one of those safari hats. I did find a few things yesterday, just kind of going around Bowling Green, but I'm going to venture out further, and Sheila's with me. So we're going to go, I don't know if we're going east or west. Last year I went east and north, so this year I may go west. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's the thrill of it. It's like, which way are we going? Let's go this way. I never really plan, which way I'm going to go if I'm with Sheila or with Danny, my road buddy, Danny up there in Glasgow, DW. Where you want to go? I don't know. I don't care. As long as we go somewhere. See, that's the attitude to have. Just as long as we go somewhere. I like that. All right, let's check on the weather. And I think it's going to be an okay day. There will be, though, a standing chance of getting a shower or two today. Now, this morning, this is looking live from my Plano cam here in Plano, Kentucky, suburb of the great metropolis of Bowling Green. And the current time is 6:27. You can see mix of sun and clouds. And these are clouds that are actually blowing off of a multi-convective system that is over Missouri it's been over Missouri and Iowa. As it's moving this way, it is weakening as expected. But some of you may pick up a shower or two out of that this morning, and maybe again this afternoon. I'll just have to wait and see how all this develops. But it's going to bring a chance of showers, but certainly not a washout. I think today, if you live into portions of western Kentucky, you're more likely to get rain. Other sections east of Interstate 65, less of a chance of rain. So, yeah, in fact, there it is. There's the rain as of almost 6:30 on radar. So here's 68. You see Maysville up here? 68 runs down through Lexington. Then it comes down through Campbellsville, Perryville, then down to Glasgow, Edmonton, Glasgow, then Bowling Green, Auburn, Hopkinsville, Elkton. Then it kind of turns back up toward Paducah. So that's the length right there of 68. And you can see that the western sections of 68 are the ones, actually about to get some rain. We've got rain and even a few thunderstorms, nothing intense, but the rainfall could be intense in this complex. Cape Girardeau, Carbondale, Illinois, Sikeston, Missouri, Poplar Bluff, on up to St. Louis right there. That's St. Louis. Then you go Mount Vernon, Illinois, stretching into just south of Evansville and even up toward Owensboro. We're starting to see some of that shower activity. There's Owensboro. So you can see it's not really that far away. It is moving our direction, but it's weakening a bit as it moves in because the air is much drier over much of western and south central Kentucky. But some of this certainly looks to hold together enough to, bring us a chance of rain. And again, that's why I say here's 65. So west of 65, better odds of getting some rain this morning. And then we'll wait to see what happens this afternoon. Certainly this evening, we're going to get some rain and during the day tomorrow. Severe weather, nah, I don't think that's much of a concern at this point. It just doesn't appear that's going to be the case, although there could be a strong thunderstorm or two. This is more about just heavy rain possibilities. So here's Bowling Green. We're starting to see some of those clouds blowing off this MCS, multi-convective, convective system, MCS. So it's just one big blob of rain and thunderstorms. You can see but even the thunderstorms are not all that. There's some lightning strikes and all, but it's just not that impressive. There may be some gusts of wind within this thing, but overall, it's going to come on in, and you can see it. There it is. That's the whole system right there, and it's just going to curl and roll and roll and roll east. But there's a lot of dry air here, so it's going to have a hard time. Some of that dry air reaching the ground, but we'll see. But just plan on if you're set up for the 68 yard sale, the 400-mile yard sale, or anything outdoors, the Duncan Hines, they're doing the paddle race today, things like that. You need to keep up with the weather just to make sure there's not lightning around you and, heavy rain. Just have a handy radar. You know what I'm going to say is get the app, which is down there with this picture. Scan that QR code and get the News40 Weather App, and that way you'll have lightning detection. That's right. It'll do lightning detection on your phone. It'll ping you, send out a notification that you're getting closer, or lightning is getting close to your location. It knows your location if you tell it to follow your GPS on your phone, and the radar will follow you, and the forecast will follow you, and the current conditions will follow you. It's just easy peasy right there. Scan that with your phone, that QR code, and you'll have the News40 Weather App with you all the time. Now let's check a few other things. Let's go to the Kentucky Mesonet here at 6:30 this morning. And temperatures, it's been a comfortable last 24 hours. It got warm yesterday, but it started to feel better by afternoon, and especially last night with those dew points coming down into the 50s. Here you see pretty much statewide, upper 50s to low 60s across the board, and 68 running right through there, right through the middle from west to east. Let's look at the dew points. And it's upper 50s to right at 60, but they're usually a little higher in the morning, and that's why you get some dew. But the dew points will eventually start to go up again, and into the 60s today with that approaching system that's going to move in. Okay. Let's see if there's been any rainfall. Nothing yet. Everybody's dry. That looks good, but it's not going to stay dry. Winds coming out of the south, you can see ahead of that system. They're kind of variable, and notice they're kind of like, you can see almost a circle back here. The winds are becoming more variable and light, but then they'll start to pick up today as that complex system begins to move in. So expect the breezes to pick up maybe later today as the rain begins to fall. And with some of the rainfall, when it starts to come down a little heavier, then that will make it a bit breezy at times. But again, I don't see any severe weather. I just don't. Like I said, there could be a strong storm or two, but otherwise, I don't think there's going to be too much of anything to worry about. And usually when, we do the 400-mile yard sale, there's always scattered thunderstorms somewhere along 68. So, I think most people that put out booths or tables or whatever, they're prepared for that. All right, here's a look at the model blender next 10 days. So we go 83, 84 today, not bad. Now tomorrow will be closer to 80, upper 70s to around 80, but that's when the better chance of rain is going to be. It's not going to rain out your Sunday, but it'll be, where you're going to have to dodge some thunderstorms and some brief downpours, drenching downpours. And then, the storms move on and then you get another round. It's going to be kind of like that. In fact, the rain chances have come down just a bit from what we were looking at earlier. So that should help. Upper 70s and a little cooler, a little less humid as we go into Monday and Tuesday. But then the heat turns on and turns up as we get into next week. Look at all those 90s each and every day next week into next weekend. Well, actually, the latter half of next week into next weekend and the following week. 90, 91, 92, all in there together. So, yep, here comes summer, whether we like it or not. And I know a lot of you like it. I'm not a big fan. Used to be, but I'm not a big fan anymore. But I'm the kind of person who needs a big fan. See what I did there? Okay, here's a look at the maps, and we'll track that complex system as it moves in. There it is, well-defined, well put together, but it is losing its punch as it moves into all this dry air thanks to that high pressure you see down in Alabama. So here it comes. It'll try to, hold together, but it's going to have a hard time. And see, it starts to fall apart as we go through the middle of the day, about lunchtime. There still may be a few scattered showers, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms as it comes through. But again, not expecting severe weather. Here's the low pressure system, a warm front, and then the main cold front is back behind it. Now, this is getting into 7 o'clock this evening. Then we see early tomorrow morning, here comes the next wave of showers and a better chance of rain and thunderstorms off and on during the day Sunday. But then the front moves south and the rains begin to taper off by tomorrow evening. Monday reveals a beautiful day, sunshine. In fact, pretty much every day next week is looking rain-free. Here's Tuesday. Wednesday, now they're showing that maybe a few showers could come up near the border. That's questionable. Not very confident in that one. Same thing for Thursday, and there's next Friday. So not much happening next week, except the heat. The heat is on, as Glenn Fry would say. So there you go. All right, let's see. In the chat box, Mandem98, Tony, Sherry, Rose, Tanisha, Tara, with the 400-mile yard sale. Good morning, Tara. Hope everything has been great. I went out yesterday to, where was it? Rockfield, Bowling Green, Rockfield. I had only an hour or two just to get out. And, everybody says, yeah, it's going well. So people are selling things and getting it done. It's been overall pretty good weather. I mean, yesterday was fantastic. So yeah, it's all good. So my wife and I are getting ready to head out there and get her done. You guys have a great weekend. I'll be back here tomorrow morning with another fresh update for you. In the meantime, thank you for watching and God bless.